Hello guys, Softony here, and in this After Effects tutorial I'm gonna be teaching you how to create this really cool easy wipe transition. This transition is really customizable and I'm using it all the time in my own workflow. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into After Effects and get started. Alright, we're here in After Effects, and first, like always, let's create a new composition, Ctrl+N or this little icon here. I will do full HD and type here final. Of course, you can type whatever you want. 5 seconds long, full HD, hit OK. And now let's add our media 01 and 2. Of course, you will import your own media, your own footage, and scale it a bit if you need, because this is a larger footage than full HD. Something like this. Okay. Adjust even more if you need, and our next step is to find here in effects and preset card wipe effect. But before that, if you can't find effects and preset, just go window and find it here. Okay, now let's type card wipe effect, drag and drop onto our media 01, and as you can see, here are a lot of options in our card wipe effect. For this particular tutorial, we will go maybe to around 2 seconds and 10 frames, set up our first keyframe for transition completion, type here 100, then go to 0 frames and type here 0. And now in our preview window, when we hit 0 on our keyboard, we have an animation like this. If you don't want to see this backflip animation, to see background image, just go here in back layer and choose here to none. And now in our finals, we have this basic animation of our card wipe effect. Okay, now let's create gradient for our media 1 and media 2. But before that, I will just scale down my media 02. Hit S on your keyboard, move it up or down. Use arrows on your keyboard if you need to change the position of your footage. Okay, now go right click, find here new, find here solid. I will just rename it to gradient, hit OK, and our next step, just move it above our media 01 and go here in effects and preset again and find here checkerboard effect, drag and drop onto our gradient layer. And as you can see, now we have this checkerboard pattern. For the width and height you can play around, but I will for this particular tutorial do maybe 120, color leave it to white, and this is a really important step. For blending mode, change here to normal. And now, as you can see, we have this cool pattern. Of course, now we can turn off the visibility of our gradient layer because we don't need to see it. It just needs to exist here in our final scene, in our final comp. Okay, I'll just turn off the visibility for now. Go again here in media 01. And for the flip order, find here gradient. Also for the gradient layer, find here our gradient solid layer. And really important, for the third option, find here effects and mask. And now in our finals, we have this kind of animation. Okay, you can in every moment play around with the rows and columns. And also what we can do to hit again here on our gradient layer, go here in effects and preset, find fast box blur like so. And for the blur radius you can also play around. I will type 15 and go again here in our media 01. For the rows I will type maybe around 15, columns around 40. And now in our scene we have this kind of animation. Also what we have forgotten to do is to hit U on our media 01 to show all of our keyframes. Grab them, then hit F9 on your keyboard, go to graph editor, and if you can't find curves like this, go right click and just hit here edit speed graph. And now draw a curve like so, something like this. And now in our finals we have this really cool wipe effect. Okay, of course in every moment you can go here in the card wipe effect and change the number of rows and columns. It's really up to you. Okay, our next step is to select media 1 and gradient, then go right click and then select here pre-compose. I'll just type here media 01 plus elements and then hit OK. Our next step is to select them again and then to go edit and then duplicate or Ctrl+D. For the second one, hit as for scaling, I will do maybe around 102. And our next effect that we're going to use, you can use here fill, but I will use a find edges effect. Okay, and now in our finals, when we hit 0, we have this really cool animation. This is with our find edges effect. You can see those cool lines in behind. Okay, and when we turn off, this is looking like this. You can also instead of find edges, find here fill. I have already said everything is up to you. And now in our finals, we have this really nice, really cool and modern vibe animation. Alright guys, that was everything for today's tutorial. Hope you learned something new like always. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Also please consider to subscribe if you haven't already. Also take a look on my channel for even more great tutorials. And until next time, stay creative and bye bye.